No one really tells you what motherhood does to your soul. They tell you it's beautiful. They tell you it's a blessing. They show you the smiling photos, but they don't show you the 2:17 a.m. The house is silent, the world is asleep, and you are awake again, holding a crying baby with tired arms and even more tired heart. And in that moment, you don't feel holy. You feel exhausted. You feel stretched. You feel undone. But what if that's exactly where God is working the deepest? Welcome to the Catholic Journey. I am your host, Deacon Pat Kearns, and today we step into something sacred and often unseen. The hidden transformation of motherhood, the quiet suffering, the daily sacrifice, and how all of it is forming a saint. The invisible beginning. It begins in the dark, not with a grand moment, but with a whisper, a cry from the crib. She opens her eyes again. Her body protests, her mind resists, but something deeper moves her. Not obligation, love. She gets up, not dramatically, not heroically, but faithfully. She lifts the baby, rocks, feeds, whispers, and in that quiet moment, something is happening that no one sees. And that's where we need to pause, because what looks small is not small at all. Because motherhood doesn't just ask for your time, it asks for you, and slowly it begins to change you. Motherhood has a way of taking things, sleep, energy, control, time, and sometimes the person you used to be. There's a moment, maybe weeks in, maybe months, when a mother looks at herself and thinks, I don't recognize my life. I don't recognize myself. And beneath that, a deeper question begins to form. Where did I go? And this is where the world gets it wrong, because it tells her, you need to get yourself back. But God is doing something very different. He is not taking her away. He is transforming her. And transformation almost always comes through sacrifice. Not the dramatic kind, but the daily kind, the hidden kind, the kind no one applauds. Holiness for a mother rarely looks extraordinary. It looks like the same dishes, the same mess, the same questions over and over again. It looks like being needed before you had a moment to breathe. It looks like giving when you feel empty. And then that moment comes. You're tired, overstimulated, one more request away from breaking, and your child asks for something again. And in that split second, you have a choice. Frustration or patience, harshness or gentleness, self or love. And when you choose love, even imperfectly, even barely, you are carrying a cross. And not just carrying it, you are being changed by it. But that doesn't mean it's easy, because there are parts of motherhood that remain deeply hidden, even from those closest to you. There's a silence that many mothers carry. It shows up late at night when the house is finally still and the thoughts begin. Am I doing enough? Am I doing this right? Why does this feel so hard? And sometimes the most painful one. Why do I feel so alone in this? She scrolls, she sees other mothers, smiling, organized, peaceful, and comparison whispers, you are not enough. But here's the truth. It needs to be spoken clearly. Holiness is not found in perfection. It is found in fidelity, in showing up, when you feel like you have nothing left. And it's here, in this exact place of weakness, that something extraordinary begins to grow. Motherhood teaches what no book can. It teaches how to give without being seen, how to love without being thanked, how to continue when you are tired beyond words. It teaches surrender because control disappears. It teaches humility because you will fail and try again. It teaches trust because there are moments you simply don't know what to do. And slowly, quietly, a transformation takes place. She becomes more patient, more compassionate, more self-giving. Not because life got easier, but because love went deeper. And this love does not stay contained. It does something powerful, something lasting. A mother's love is not small, even when it feels small. Every time she comforts, she teaches safety. Every time she forgives, she teaches mercy. Every time she stays, she teaches love that doesn't leave. And these moments, they ripple outward into the child, into the future, and into the world. Mothers don't just raise children, they shape souls, they form hearts, they create goodness that will outlive them. And sometimes someone else is watching all of this unfold quietly. A good father may not experience motherhood, but he witnesses it. He sees the exhaustion, the sacrifice, the way she gives herself completely. And if he's paying attention, it should change him. It should move him to step in, to serve, to protect her peace. And maybe most importantly, to remind her, what you're doing matters. You are doing something holy. And now we return to where we began. To the mother listening right now, in the car, in the kitchen, in the middle of another long day. You may feel unseen. You may feel exhausted. You may feel like you are trying to survive. But please listen carefully. You are not just surviving. You are being sanctified. In the rocking, in the cleaning, in the comforting, in the staying. God is not waiting for you to become holy someday. He is making you holy right now. Motherhood is not a pause in your spiritual life. It is one of the deepest paths into it. So when the day feels long, when the work feels repetitive, when the sacrifice feels unseen, please remember this. Nothing you do in love is wasted. Nothing you give is unnoticed. Nothing in motherhood is small. Because in the hidden life of a mother, God is forming something eternal. This is The Catholic Journey with Deacon Pat Kearns, and sometimes the holiest lives are the ones the world never applauds. May God bless you.